doing, honey?
I'm great. I am the physical representation of the entire nation right now. This is how we feel. We're all over it right now. Yes.
Pretty much. I'm pretty much that person that's still trying to hold it together. So, yeah, we got a little situation here with the eye. So that's why I couldn't go complete glam. Had to tone it down a little bit, but it's good. It's all good. It is all good.
Here. We made it.
Girl.
We made it.
Yes. And we only got one more month left. One more month left of 2020. But before we even get into all of that, because first of all, let's let's greet our viewers. Hello, Divas and friends. How you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of In the Divas Den. So glad that you guys could join us. A lot is going on in the news, especially with the recent election, the results, the denial, just people trying to essentially celebrate when they've actually done nothing. I mean, just a lot. And we have a lot to get to, and we're going to get to it all. But first and foremost, before we do any of that, we have to do our check-in. So, Precious Girl, how are you feeling?
I'm here. I'm great. Just had some hot chocolate, lifted my spirits. Sometimes you have to do things. Maybe something you loved when you were a child, something that just nostalgia, just to bring you back to the goodness in the life, Yeah. How are you?
I am good. I'm really good. I actually did like a little mini solo trip this past weekend because I just needed to get away for a second. Just needed to completely unplug and just get back in tune with myself, because I think with the hustle and bustle, of life, with COVID and taking away your daily activities and essentially any sort of fun that you had prior to this election, all this racism and racial divide that's happening, you just kind of need a moment just to be like, let me just take care of me.
Yeah.
So I did go away and did a solo trip. And when I tell you, that was probably the best weekend I've had in a long time. Just to be able to do what I wanted to do. Huh?
Where'd you go?
Oh, girl, I hate to admit it because we're getting ready to talk about them later on the show, but I went to Savannah, Georgia.
Really?
Yes, girl. Yes.
Did you do a ghost tour?
Huh?
Did you do a ghost tour?
I did not, mainly because I was tired and my feet hurt because I was walking around all around Georgia, and I was like, I ain't got time for this. And then it was dark, and I'm like, I still don't know how things are going on around here, and I'm by myself, so we're not gonna do that. However, I did feel safe. I really enjoyed just Savannah as a whole. I enjoyed the historic sites that I went to. And just being able just to be like, this is what I want to do on my time. I don't have to get up. I don't have to walk my dog. I didn't have to do anything but just do what I wanted, eat what I wanted, sleep however long I wanted to sleep. And it was amazing. So to any of you who are just kind of hesitant about traveling or not quite sure, or just, kind of feeling a little reserved, whether it be because of COVID or the election, first and foremost, I say do your research, because I had done my research for probably about 2 to 3 weeks prior to. And then secondly, just go. Let somebody know where you are, but just do not allow fear to stop you from having fun, and I think because I was going after the election, I was a little afraid. But then I also knew, like, regardless, I can't prevent anything from happening. I don't have that much control, and how dare me think that I have that much control. So I just went, and I had the best time of my life. And if I had not have gone, I would have missed out because I was too busy worrying about what possibly could have happened. So you guys are just in a rut, go for it. Just go for it. Be safe, but go for it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
But girl, we gotta get to the good news. Let's get to the good news. So let's talk about these headlines. If you guys have not heard, which I'm pretty sure you have, because everyone is celebrating all over the place, Joe Biden has been elected our next president of the U.S. and Kamala Harris is our.
I'm sorry.
There's a definite plot twist that we're gonna have to get to, but as far as we know, he has been elected. Kamala Harris is our first Black female vice president, which I'm so happy to be able to, say and see, and just glad that I was able to see my first Black president and then first Black female president in my lifetime. But Precious, how do you feel about it, girl?
I'm on edge, not really on edge, but like I'm teetering between okay, but I'm not sure. Like I haven't put out the celebratory posts. I've been liking them. I've been acknowledging it. And I moved this weekend. So in the middle of moving, this happened. So I'm moving boxes and it comes across the TV screen. Everybody's screaming and I'm like, okay, and I'm sweating. But then at the same time, to let it sink in, it hasn't yet. But during a time where it should be sinking in, it's a lot of doubt creeping in because now people are questioning the legitimacy of his win.
Absolutely.
I mean, I even read the other day that the Trump administration is planning his budget for February. And I'm like, what?
Right.
He didn't win though.
He did not win. Period. And I mean, this is what I don't get. When you have your own people around you that are saying like, hey, it's time for you to concede. It's time for you to give it up. And you're still just saying, no, I won. They're cheating. They're doing this. They're doing that. And I'm like, so please explain to me, just like I posed a question in our last episode, explain to me, what do you feel is cheating? How? The mail-in votes are coming in, mail-in ballots are coming in, and they're being counted.
Right.
And you're meaning you're going to sit here and tell me that you don't want someone's vote to be counted.
The same mail-in votes that he told Republicans not to mail in.
That part. So it's almost like everything has backfired. And now you're sitting here and you're essentially being a child because since things didn't go your way, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, they must be cheating. They must be cheating. They must be cheating. No, baby, this is how an election goes.
Yeah.
And for you to have the audacity to just even say like, well, I'm going to take this to the Supreme Court. I want the ballots to be, I don't want anyone to continue counting. Everything needs to stop. You don't get to do that. Like, these people are voting. They're exercising their right. And you're telling them, no, you can't do that because I did not win.
Unless his administration plotted some fake Democratic votes to then prove that there was a quote unquote cheating, but even though they sabotaged the race. You see where I'm going with that? Maybe that was the thing. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's why they're so quiet right now. I don't know.
I mean, I did read an article that said that a lot of Republicans did vote for Biden, which didn't surprise me whatsoever. Just given a lot of the backlash throughout the years when it comes to Trump and things that he has said and things that he has done. But at this point, I just need you to let it go, my guy. Like, you have until January, so go ahead and use your time. Do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do. Go ahead and kick, whine, scream, whatever. But for you to sit here and be so unprofessional and so childish, I mean, I definitely expected this. So let me start there. I did expect this. I completely expected him to throw a tantrum. I completely expected him to essentially not concede easily. And I also expect him that come January, he probably won't even meet up with Joe Biden. I just think one of those things where he's going to completely avoid him. And it's just like, here you go, have at it. And it's going to be probably one of the most unprofessional and sickening things that he has done.
He's going to lock himself in the Oval Office, somewhere in the closet where they can't get him out.
But don't embarrass yourself. No. Where is your tact? Where is your, where? Like, at what point are you like, you know what? I'm going to bow down gracefully and I'm going to let this go. But for you to continue this whole entire, rant of their Democrats are cheating and, I won and, you're still trying to hold rallies. What are you rallying for? What is happening?
He's spreading corona. That's what he's doing because apparently Ben Carson got it from one of the rallies that he went to.
How about it? And that's the other thing that I don't understand. Well, we'll get to that later. But America's so ghetto right now. But it's so ghetto right now. The thing I was glad to see was that there were people in the streets celebrating and nothing happened. There was no looting. There was no rioting. People literally were coming together, singing, dancing, chanting. Yes, the chant was F Donald Trump, which I'm completely here for that as well. But this was a celebratory event, and you were able to see people of different colors, ages, backgrounds, just literally having a good time and showing that, okay, yes, you can come together for a cause, whatever it may be. This in particular was trying to get rid of Trump, but there was no consequences. There was no riot. Right. There was no, looting or anything like that. So it's a shame because we're celebrating this man leaving, but it was still nice to be able to say, okay, when you guys right. You have a bunch of people in the streets, they're celebrating, and nothing.
Out here looking like the end of the Wiz. Can you feel a brand new day? That's what they was doing outside. And I saw a little bit of it here in Durham. I saw it. They was very happy in these streets.
Hello.
And I think that hurt Donnie's feelings.
But he'll get over it. You'll get over it, and we just need you to go ahead and move out the way. But the fact that your people, and one of them, and this really makes me angry, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Daniel Cameron is also joining in with several other Republicans to fight against the mail-in ballots. And as if this man hasn't done enough. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but he is the Attorney General for the Breonna Taylor case. So people already cannot stand this man. There's already been enough animosity against him. But then now to take it a step further and essentially say, oh, well, I'm going to join forces with other Republicans because we want to combat, these mail-in ballots that have been coming in. Sir, you are so lucky that somebody has not taken a bat to your knees yet, because I'm about tired of you cooning in these streets.
If he put as much energy into the Breonna Taylor case as he did to what he's doing right now, then maybe, just maybe, things would be a little bit different.
Exactly. We wouldn't be looking at, essentially this man getting charged for bullets that didn't hit this girl, But now you want to sit here and take it one step further. And what are you trying to prove? Here we go again.
I don't know all of them. Trump Jr., Giuliani. I don't know if you saw their press conference outside. So the T. It was supposed to be a 4 Seasons old resort, like shut down, but the staffer mixed up the addresses and it was like an old restaurant or something. So that's why they was in front of that garage with like signs like this big, because they had to make it look good. They looked a hot mess standing outside an abandoned garage.
You know what?
Talking about, we need to see the votes and we need to call the votes. That's his personal lawyer. I'm going to see to it that we press charges on Monday, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Y'all are showing just how crazy you are. And, and the thing is, not only did you lose because people are tired of you, but you lost because of this crazy ass prayer that happened. Girl, roll that clip for me. Roll that clip.
Heaven, in the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda aka ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rike didi ashata. For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus. From South America. They're coming here. They're coming.
Why we both doing this? First of all, my dude walking back and forth in the background.
Everything about that prayer was just raggedy. Just raggedy. What is happening right now? I don't want you praying over me ever in life.
No. And then I don't know if another part of the clip, you see the chick doing push-ups on the floor. Just what? Getting bucked. Like she about to
what? And then for this to be your so-called spiritual advisor or, whatever it is that he wants to call her. But you really sat here and came out here with this faulty ass prayer. And the fact that people were cheering and going and moved by your fake ass speaking in tongues, and this odd, sermon that you felt the need to deliver because you felt as though Donald Trump should win a second, election. What?
Yeah. I've been watching the quote unquote evangelical Christian community in this, and my mind is baffled by a lot of things, including this clip. I just don't understand how you can support a man who has no values that are in line with the man that you say you love? How? I don't get it. I don't get it.
You know what? I'm gonna let that woman be great, because I think I've literally dragged her enough this whole entire weekend, because that was absolutely ridiculous. And I feel as though one day, maybe not now, you will be strike down, because you're not going to sit here and lie to me and tell me that the Lord spoke to you and felt the need to deliver that sermon, because that right there was a bunch of bullshit.
Not like this. No.
And then you sitting here trying to catch some sort of rhythm. Victory, 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 victory. Girl!
You know they already remixed it. We're not doing it.
We're not doing that. And you know what also we're not doing? We are not going to take credit away from Black women. First of all, big ups to Stacey Abrams. I am so proud of this woman, for the simple fact that, she did such hard groundwork in Georgia, by securing 800,000 votes, and of course, people don't want to give her flowers. So of course we will give her flowers. So shout out to her. But when you were sitting here hearing how Black women have come out in droves and were, voting like their life depended on it, because it very much did.
Yes.
But you have someone come on to national television and say, oh yeah, y'all did great, but what about this group? And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about Eva Longoria, who was on MSNBC, and she felt the need to essentially just gloss over all of the efforts that Black women have done in this recent election. And she is facing a lot of backlash. So let's go ahead and roll that clip as well.
The women of color showed up in big ways. Of course, you saw in Georgia what Black women have done, but the Latina women were the real heroines here, beating men in turnout in every state and voting for Biden-Harris at an average rate close to 3-1. And that wasn't surprising to us. Latinos are the CEOs of the households. They make all the financial decisions and healthcare decisions and educational decisions. Many Latinas are small business owners, and they wanted a plan for recovery.
I'm going to tell you right now, as a communication major, that little scratch she did in the back of her head was letting everybody know that she didn't know what she was talking about. It was a cue. It was the little nonverbal cue that she wasn't sure she knew what she was talking about.
Eva? Baby. Baby. Shut up. Shut up. Because your statement made absolutely no sense. Numbers do not lie at all. Okay. And there may have been more Latina women who came out and voted for Biden, but there was an overwhelming number who have voted for Trump. Okay.
Yes, there was.
Let's not devalue what Black women did. Let us have our moment, please.
And then she also doesn't even realize she negated Afro-Latina women by her statement. She don't even realize that she did that.
Sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? I'm good on this interview. Because I don't know why we were even talking to you to begin with. I'm going to be completely honest. But then now, because you put your foot in your mouth, you're on the internet and you're on social media trying to apologize and say, oh, well, of course, that's not what I meant. No, you said what you meant and you meant what you said, or else you would not have said it to begin with. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to fall into the same hole that Gina Rodriguez fell into. So that's why she's trying to save face right now with her apologies. So
do better. That's all I want to say. Just do better, because we didn't need that.
No.
Everybody and literally on news outlets are saying Black women coming out in droves. You guys did it, blah, 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 and then here you come.
You know what that was? That was an All Lives Matter moment against the Black Lives Matter moment. That's exactly what that was. Because people don't tend to understand that when we talk about Black people, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, we're not saying that nothing else matters.
Right.
We're not putting anybody else down. Right. We're just saying that this is the move at the moment. It's always been the move, but we're going to tell you this is the move.
And then, hello, we are speaking facts. There are numbers to back up what we are saying. You know, you, on the other hand, Eva, do not have numbers to back up what you are saying. Now, there's nothing wrong with
why she did this.
Hmm?
I said that's why she did this, because she didn't know.
And there's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know, I'm proud of the Latinas who came out and did vote for Biden, blah, 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 blah. You know, but don't sit here and say, oh, they're the real heroines, because that isn't true. Statistically, that is not true. You know, and if you had numbers to back that up, then I would be like, hey, girl, okay, you got this. You got this. But in this moment, I just need you just to be able to say, you know what? Kudos to Black women, blase, blase, blah. Kudos to, you know, them doing their thing. Happy for this. I'm happy for the moment that we are actually celebrating Joe Biden being in office. Whatever, you know, make it about Joe Biden, Kamala, anything else. But don't sit here and try to just gloss over real achievements that can be documented and shown, you know. And then going into the next topic, this is something that really bothered me over the weekend too. And I tried to stay away from social media, but you know, sometimes it always just brings you back in. Tyra Banks. And that's all I can say. Tyra Banks, have a seat. Because I'm seeing a lot of people are doing this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, essentially what she is doing, she is trying to be the peacekeeper. She's trying to play the middleman. She's trying to be everybody's friend, you know, and essentially give us a kumbaya moment and, you know, let everyone know like, well, you can still be friends. You can still do this. We can all come together. We can love and love and love and love and love. But that's not the case here. So if you didn't see the video, let's go ahead and roll that too.
Hi. Have you been having any issues with friends or people that you used to be so close to, but because of you being on one side and them being on the other side and having totally different opinions and thoughts and beliefs have driven you apart? Well, I think today is the day to reach toward them and say, you know what? I don't necessarily agree with everything that you believe, but you're my friend, you're my family member, and I love you, and now it's time to heal. Now it's time to go back to the relationship that we used to have. And we can disagree, and that's okay, because I still love you.
Yeah, I need to agree with Kayla on that. Tyra don't look well. And why it sound like one of them feed the children, feed the puppies commercials?
You hear the music in the background, girl?
Huh?
Did you hear that music in the background?
Yes, what is that? Yeah. Tyra look like she got some issues. Something's going on there. I don't want to make fun of the things, but she does not look well.
First of all, it's the generic peaceful music for me, the nappy weave for me. I look like I had a one night stand and I woke up from having my makeup done the next morning.
Yeah, like she just went like that. No.
It's the I want to try to be everybody's friend for me. We're not going to do that, Tyra. And I'm going to tell you why we're not going to do that. Because no one said that we have any problems with someone being Republican.
Right.
That's the issue. I have a problem with somebody who is a racist and spewing racist rhetoric and telling his Proud Boys to stand by. That's what I have a problem with. Okay. I have a problem with him not addressing the fact that innocent Black people have lost their lives at the hands of police brutality. That's what I have a problem with. I also have a problem with the fact that there are 666 kids that have been separated from their parents and are in cages. That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with people who are being deported for absolutely no reason other than the fact that you are just a downright racist. That's what we have a problem with. So while you're sitting here trying to be Miss, oh, let's love everybody. Let's all be friends. We shouldn't have to separate and not, love one another. Okay, girl, cool. We get that. But you need to tell your people over there, those Trump supporters who are over here waving flags and the Confederate flags and talking about make America great again and harassing people of color and women and talking about grab people by the pussies. You need to tell them that. Keep that same sentiment and direct it that way because we're over here, baby. It's them. And I need you to stop letting your network check and that money get to your head because, baby, it's real life out here. While you're in this little fairy tale, there are people out here who are having to deal with real problems. So stop thinking that you're so far removed because you're Tyra Banks. Because at the end of the day, you too are a Black woman. Okay?
Ooh,
Okay.
go off, Kim. This was your week. Go off, okay? All the way off, okay? Because I can't deal. I can't. It's always the people that play the victim role like that, when they're the ones that's wrong, that say, oh, let's go ahead and love everyone. But then when it's really time to love everyone, they have nothing to say.
That part. Because let's talk about your history with America's Next Top Model and how people felt so wrong by you and the things that you have said and done to other people. You know, the fact that your so-called best friends, Mr. and Mrs. J, don't even bang with you like that because of the type of person that you are, you know? So don't try to sit here and fool us and pull the wool over our eye, baby, because we was with you from the beginning, okay?
I have a message for Tyra. I was rooting for you.
Yeah. You know, and I be, girl, you know, I be wanting to love Tyra because I'm like, girl, like, I respect you as a businesswoman and as a model, but you come out and you say stupid stuff like this. You start turning into, you know, Terry Crews, because let's not forget, as our producer Kayla told us, you also were a host of America's Got Talent. And when Gabrielle Union came out and was saying, hey, these people are racist, you didn't say anything. You did not back up your sister in that moment, you know? So.
And also, speaking of Terry Crews, did you not see his congratulatory message to Joe Biden?
No. We not doing that, because you were giving me Trump energy, okay? Mr. Oh, well, I don't understand. And, you know, we as Blacks don't need to try to act like we're the superior race. Keep your tweet, because we're good. We're good, baby. We're good. We are good. You and Tyra and Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, and whoever that other little boy is, Little Pump. I don't even know who he is. I don't know his music. You're irrelevant. I mean, I think, honestly, the only good thing that Trump did for you was to put your name out there for people to even realize who you are. Y'all all can go on a little boat and go somewhere, because we don't need you. Okay? And take Daniel Cameron with you, too, because I'm still surprised that somebody has not, and I don't like to condone violence, but if you by chance just happen to be in the neighborhood with a steel bat and come across him, you know, knees, shins, ankles are all acceptable. I'll even take a hand, you know, but something, because we don't have time for people like you. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to move out the way. You don't get to celebrate with us. You don't get to celebrate with us because you didn't give us that energy. Okay. Okay. All right, baby. All right.
Go off, Kim.
Kim. I was waiting all weekend.
Yes, a vacation is good.
I still didn't get that email from a Trump supporter with facts about why we should go ahead and support that.
No, nobody emailed you.
That one girl, but it's still.
I will say I did see some surprises on my timeline. I did see some surprises, because I'm like, how can you know what? I'm not even gonna go there and reveal the people, but I've seen some surprises.
Let me tell you something. I done blocked a couple of coworkers, okay? And if you want to come to me and ask why did I block you, I will tell you why. Because my Black ass doesn't feel like you care about my Black ass, okay? So go ahead. Keep that same energy. Just like I blocked you on Facebook, baby, you blocked in real life, okay?
It's one of those things where it's like, I'm pretty sure there's people around us that would really, really shock us to the core, to the point where we would question if we would do anything to sever ties with them. And I think those people should remain anonymous and not share who they voted for. I'm just saying. Just don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I mean, I have an inkling, but if you don't say nothing, I won't say nothing, and we'll keep it cool. But there were a couple people over the weekend who lost their minds, and I kindly said, blocked. And I'm sorry. Look, Tyra Banks may be kumbaya and all for, you know, oh, I still want to be your friend. I, on the other hand, cannot. Okay.
Yeah.
And just as much as, you know, you want to sit here and support Trump, I hope that you will respect my decision not to want to be friends with you, because at the end of the day, what you're telling me is that this man and his values of being a racist and a misogynist and all of that is more important to you than your friendship with someone of color or a female. So I'm pretty much done with your ass. Thanks. You know.
Oh, man.
But guys, that is our time. I thank you guys for tuning in. We have a lot going on for the holidays. Speaking of, we got a little challenge that we're going to do because some people don't know what loyalty is when it comes to voting for your people. So we're going to have a contest between Precious and myself, round 2 for the holidays. And we're not even going to put our names or attach who did what because some of y'all ain't loyal. Y'all about to get blocked too.
Oh, my cake. You gonna block about some cake.
Listen, loyalty. You're supposed to be rocking with me. What the hell? But yes, we have a contest coming up and a few more things on social media that we're going to put just for you guys to get a chance to get to know us a little bit better. And I'm super excited for the things to come. But in the meantime, please make sure you guys are practicing self-care and ensuring that you're checking in with yourself, making sure that your mental health is, key and important. Do not stress yourself out. Just take things one day at a time, and stop trying to control situations that you have no control over. Okay?
Right. Like your face after a long day. Sometimes you just got to come on camera when it's time. You can't be contouring and taking inches off your face because you're tired.
Okay, girl. We'll be back next week. This week was just, it was a lot, but we'll be back next week. But we love you guys. We love you guys so much. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.